it doesn't look like we're getting out of here alive tonight.
Right on, Lord Numb with Dinosaurs and Meteors, and obviously we know what a big fan of Lord Numb I am, and great tune, a little bit slower than normal, but really good tune nonetheless. I love the vocals and just really tripped out and very early 70s Bowie stuff, like a really cool tune.
Yeah, Lord Numb is so talented. He really is just a law unto himself when it comes to ridiculous talent. The guy's amazing. This track in particular has got a real Pink Floyd thing going on, I think. It reminds me of, I can never remember the name of the song. I think it's Brain Damage. You know, the lunatic
right. Yep.
is on the grass. There's something about the way that he's talking about the glass and the underpass. It sounds like the lunatic is on the grass. It's got that kind of vocal delivery. Do you know what I mean?
The lunatic is in my head. Yeah.
I knew I'd get you to sing before the show was out.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, it has that feel, but not just the fact that he says grass and puts the word arse in it. It's the fact that the whole tune has that kind of Floydian, trippy, proggy kind of vibe and comes together so well. But he's just, I don't know how he does it. He's super talented. And that's another great track from Lord Numb. He's brilliant.
Right. There's someone in my head, but it's not me. Yeah.
Carry on. How much of the song can you do without looking at the lyrics?
I'm going to get off there because we have a good song to get to. just because maybe another time, but we have a brand new ill-advised song from his album Masochist, which is out now. You get to get actually a cassette tape of it as well as a vinyl, so it's well worth the purchase, and it's a fantastic album. This one's called Bridges. Dig this. This is ill-advised.
I only feel something when the moment's gone. I always say something when the timing's wrong. Your tongue is more deadly than a loaded gun. My heart sensation is a lonely one. To the ground. I think there's something wrong with me. The flames won't go out. We burned it to the ground. We burned it to the ground. My favorite part. Vultures circle round. We burned it to the ground. I think there's something wrong with me. The flames won't go out. We burned it to the ground. We burned it to the ground.
Ill-Advised with Bridges off his new album Masochist, which is by far one of the best albums I've heard in a long time. It's amazing. And I know I've said many times, but my first reaction was, holy fuck. What a fantastic album. Like, Harry is the definition of independent musician, and does it all himself and takes a band on tour with him. He's essentially like a newer Trent Reznor, and that's understating. He's a fantastic musician, and his music is really good, and he really has a strong point to drive home. And honestly, you guys should check him out. If not, purchase his album because it's well worth it. Really, he's one of my favorite artists, and it's a big thank you to oh my god, I'm blanking right now, but I apologize. Anyways, I get turned on by another independent musician as well to Ill-Advised, but he's a great person. We've interviewed Harry a few times, and I just love it. Recite the Plan. Thank you to Recite the Plan. I'm sorry I forgot your name, but Recite the Plan was who mentioned Ill-Advised to me, and we got his first album, Parkway Divides, about just over a year ago. But thank you to him, and what great music it is. Like, love it.
Ill-Advised is such a good artist. The thing that he put out this week, he kind of did a bit of a Twitter rant, which I'm a big fan of, by the way. For anyone that has a good old rant on Twitter, I love it when you see, especially if they tag you in it, because then you see like 23 messages trying to squeeze in what you're trying to say in 140 characters. But he's brilliant. I mean, what Harry stands for. Ultimately is independent music. It's freedom. It's liberalism. It's about the world has got lots of things that are wrong with it at the moment.
Yeah.
And historically, human beings have been playing music for 55,000 years. I read the other day, right? It's innate. It's within us. It's a part of us. It's something you cannot get away with. You tap your fingers on the table when you're sitting on the train, and that's innate. You can't do anything about that. And music, in recent times, has always been a kind of it's a protest, or it has a message, or it's saying something, or there's a purpose. If you think about black soul music, if you think about punk music, if you think about whatever, and Harry's kind of, I say rant as if that's a bad thing. A rant is a great thing, as Rory said. But his streaming messages the other day talking about Cyanide Club, which is his new fan club, which sounds absolutely brilliant. I signed up straight away as soon as I read it. He's just saying, look, we live in this world now where we can't seem to get this message out, and we can't seem to engage people, and it's all become about money, and record labels are selling bands out, ultimately, and we're in a time where when you have things like Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, Instagram, all these ways of connecting with people all across the globe. You and I have never met in person, and we live thousands of miles apart. That's right. And we've done. In fact, this is our 50th show, isn't it? We've done this every.
Yeah, exactly. So happy 50th, Mike.
Yeah, thank you. I wasn't expecting to hear that for a few years. But you think about the power of what we're in, and it's all about that independent musician. It's all about that kind of, let's bring this back and let's get the message that he wants to get across out. Which is a passionate and a great message, and an important message. He's got a great background and a great story to the album as well, which is fantastic. But he wants to get that out and be that part of the world, and he's going to drive that on his own, and he's going to think about it from the fans' point of view, not from how much money is he going to make. Right. And he's absolutely spot on when he says you pay $10, $20 for a CD of an album, and the rate that these guys are buying them in, they're paying less than a penny probably per unit. My band we charge you £3 in English for an EP. We don't make a lot of money off of that because we're printing them like 50, 100, 200 at a time, not millions, right? These guys in the record labels, whoever printing is. I know we're running late and everything. I don't want to ramble on too much about Harry's thing, but you've got to go and check out Harry's messages because he's spot on with the way that he views things and the way the independent scene needs to go. And he's a great guy. And to top it all off, he's a fucking brilliant musician. Like, he probably couldn't pull it off if he wasn't so talented. But he is. And that's just such a cool tune. That's one of my favourite tunes on the album. It's a great tune, and it was seeing that, I really resonate with what he said in the week. So go check him out. If you're listening, you haven't seen that, join Cyanide Club, buy the album, support this guy because he's going far. He is awesome.
For sure. So last song of the night for part one is a band called. This is awesome. This is Dirty Falcon. The song's called Spitting Feathers. Dig this. Right on. I haven't seen it yet, but that was Dirty Fucker with Spinning Feathers, and what a rock and roll crazy ass tune that was. It was a proper rock and roll. That was amazing.
Yeah, that's kind of the definition of proper filthy rock and roll, isn't it? Right there. That's what we're talking about. These guys, I think it may have been Ivan that introduced me from Riftaf to these, or someone in that group. And a gig we played a few weeks ago, probably, I think it's 1st of July. Up in London, we wanted them. So I put this show on. It was a DIY show, 1-in-5 show, and I wanted them to play. They were one of the bands I approached, and they couldn't make it, but we stayed in touch. And obviously, I love the music. And then this has come out, and they've sent it, and I'm so pleased they have, because it's absolutely fantastic. So we'll get a show on the cards soon, and they're still up for it. And obviously, we are as well, right up our street. Brilliant way to end part one of the show, and I cannot tell you how happy I am having had probably at least a month off now through various gigs and holidays. I'm so happy to be back and listen to stuff like that and talk to Mark from Mr.Happychainsaw and listen to all these great bands in between. So I'm at my peak now. I'm buzzing. It's coming up to, it's past 1 in the morning here, and we've got part 2 to go. And mate, I've heard part 2 and it's wicked. So yeah, we're rocking and rolling tonight, man. This is cool. What a great way to end part 1.
Right on. So we'll be back for part 2 in about 5-10 minutes. Until then, Bones will be right back.